And we're live.
Hey guys, what's up? We just finished watching the season finale of Game of Thrones, The Winds of Winter, and we're here with all of our guests that we watched it with during all this season. I'm your host, Melissa. My co-host is Gabby, and we have Yasmin and Allie with us tonight. And we're going to talk about everything that went down in this epic season finale of Game of Thrones. Let's jump right into it. We started with the very kind of, to me, it was a creepy opening with that melancholy / happy-ish music with the whole trial with Cersei and Loras. And I thought it was a really cool and creepy opening. It really turned Cersei into some other level of, I don't even know what to call her anymore.
Insane.
Yeah. Insane. And I don't know. Well, I'll just jump to it. When like after she discovered her son's body, I thought she would kind of break down, but she didn't. She just moved on and became queen. That was crazy cold. How'd you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I actually really liked the music. I thought the score was like, it really added to the mood and did something interesting with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was very suspenseful, and like, oh, when you saw him like crawling towards the wildfire, I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I knew it was gonna go flame, but still, I was just kind of very worried because I really didn't want Marjorie to die. I kind of wanted her to get through it, but as far as Cersei, oh yeah, she went off the deep end. I was expecting her to die in this episode, so this how that all happened was unexpected for me, but yeah. She's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, her prophecy was her 3 children have to die before she goes off the deep end. So I was expecting Tommen to die in this one, and the way he did it, well, I was expecting him to just get killed or stabbed, not this way. Just
the moment he left the window open, I was like, he's gonna jump.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get like a Lord of the Rings moment where the wildfire like gets to him and he has to jump out the window to escape it or something. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I just like double nerded myself there. But like I totally thought it was gonna be more of obviously Cersei's hand that pushed him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be her thinking the wildfire would stay in that one area and instead it would like spread and he'd be forced to, but I guess this makes it more dramatic. The idea that like Cersei thought she had it all finally and she'd saved her son and he was just like screw it.
Yeah.
And jumped.
But you can also see all the grief like on his face, like, you know, his wife is dead, the High Sparrow said everyone he knows is dead, and he knows his mom was behind it, so he has nothing else, you know, so he has nothing else than to just jump, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was very harrowing, like, you know, even if I do think the intro went on too long, I do think the score was amazing just because it was the first time in forever. I feel like the score was different. You know, it wasn't playing on old themes. I thought this whole episode kind of had this, like, fresh, like, I don't know, it brought, like, a new life to it, which I guess makes sense because winter has come. But I did think that the intro just went on a little too long. Like, it was, like, 25 minutes by the time it exploded.
I thought it was really good, though, because they paced it to kind of make you anticipate, sort of, I guess. And for me, it worked, because just because I kept like waiting for like this, like, oh my god, you know, stuff like. And then we got to see the who died? Pycelle, right? With the whole Children of the Corn surrounding him with the knives. That so well done, so well played, so creepy. Because the kids don't even care. They're like, well, we're gonna get candy for this, so might as well stab you.
Yeah, they had like no emotion like on their face. I'm like, what did Qyburn do to those kids? Like,
the candy is that good, girl.
But really, like my favorite shot was the first person we saw was the High Sparrow die, like just completely go up into flames, and I just like. I felt so happy seeing that.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the character that he underestimated Cersei that much. Like, Marjorie was the only one in the room who knew that something bad was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I just knew he was gonna die, and I was just waiting for him to die. I was waiting for that thing to blow up. I was just like, it needs to blow up. I do think it was a little bit long in that sense that it felt like, okay, come on, let's burn this thing down. But yeah, I mean, otherwise I'm very satisfied by the scene. I'm just sad that Marjorie had to die because I really liked her as a character, and I kind of wanted to see her continue, like, because she seemed like she had a plan, like the way to undermine this whole situation, and I wanted to see how that would have played out, but unfortunately, we will not.
Yeah, she had so much potential. We saw her give the flower to like her grandma, so I feel like she had a plan. She had something that she was going to do with Loras, and I felt like I really wanted to see that. I felt that death was too premature.
But I guess they felt like they needed it because that would be the thing that would make Tommen kill himself, and I guess they felt like that was the only way to get him to do so. I don't know.
Probably. And to also place Cersei in power the way she's always wanted, being queen and having nobody contest that too.
Except for Jaime, who
I think Jaime came up and through, and he looks kind of disturbed.
More like he's been gone for like maybe a week. And like a lot's changed.
Everything. What happened? Where's Tommen? Where's Tommen? Yeah, I think he'll take back the whole I love Cersei.
I don't.
Oh my god,
They've ruined his character.
They did.
They've absolutely made him one note, and I don't know. He's like, I'm so not interested at this point in where his character goes, unless it's like to re-team up with Brienne and their like buddy road trip. But otherwise, I'm just like, whatever, Jaime. Keep complaining.
I think it'll definitely cause like a rift in their relationship. It has to. I mean, she blew up the whole sept, and it caused their son to kill himself. I don't think that's gonna sit well with him. So something's got to give there with the whole Jaime and Cersei relationship. Like something has to kind of break that apart, and I think this might be the inception of that.
I think he's gonna be the Queen Slayer. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, like literally, like I think that this whole thing is building up. Like the things you do for love. Like he knows the best thing for Cersei is to kill her. I mean, really, at this point. So
maybe they'll kill. Like it'll be like a double suicide. Like he kills himself and her.
That would literally make sense, actually. So yeah.
Oh my god! Let's call it now.
They're together
with Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my gosh.
And they're just as stupid as Romeo and Juliet, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm gonna like remember this moment of me guessing the end of the relationship.
I guessed it 2 years ago, you guys.
Yeah. Remember.
Perfect.
So then, what followed up? I think it was Jon Snow that followed up King's Landing, right?
Well, right after that, we had that silly, stupid scene between Jaime and Walder Frey.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember what was going on then.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's just to establish the fact that Walder Frey is a thing, so that later, when feral Arya comes in and butchers him, we remember why it matters. Instead of just being like, why is Filch
in case we forgot.
Filch. Filch.
Yeah. So I guess we could just skip over that little Riverland scene, and we can go on to Winterfell, where we see Jon Snow and Sansa having their castle back. I am so happy, and I was so happy when I saw the direwolf back in the credits at Winterfell too. I felt like yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really excited. I really loved the scene between Sansa and Jon, just like them being like, we should trust each other and all that stuff, and I was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, he's very okay about her withholding information. He was super nice about it, about her.
I think he understands though. for like all that she's gone through, I think it makes sense that
Yeah.
she was distrustful.
And no one can trust Littlefinger, you know?
Yeah,
So
she's like literally been passed around to the worst men of Westeros. So I don't know. I think it makes sense, and I think you can see that. It was also nice just to see like Jon Snow smile because he's so mopey 9 out of 10 times. But I feel like this isn't gonna quiet the people who think that like Sansa and Jon are gonna get together.
What the hell?
What?
I heard that.
Get
I heard
that.
it. You guys haven't read that?
I
No.
read it.
I've seen some
disagree.
people who ship them, and I
Well,
strongly
it's not
disagree.
even that. It's like critics that I like are saying that like they frame them in a certain way that reminds you of like certain scenes of like Rob and his wife, and I don't see it. First
No.
I tipped.
They frame them as Starks because they're Starks.
we
I
already
know,
have
believe
women
me,
for
I
incest.
agree
We don't
with
need any
you.
more.
I agree with you, but this is Game of Thrones,
That's gross.
and he's not technically like I don't know.
They're
He
still
is
related.
Technically,
They're
I
blood
know.
related.
But they're not twins.
They're blood related. I don't care if that's
I'm
your
not
brother.
saying
I
I
don't
think
care
it's
if
going to
it's your
happen.
29th cousin.
Wait. I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't think it should happen, obviously. But
I got a little heated,
this
y'all.
is not going to silence the people who are like clamoring now for it to happen.
Yeah.
I know.
I get it because they have like a really sweet relationship, especially when he said we have to trust each other, and then he goes in and kisses her on the forehead, and they're all happy and smiley. And I'm very happy for them, but what really bugs me about this is Littlefinger setting a seed of doubt into Sansa's mind. And that's really worrying me for season 7, that she might betray him. And
I don't think she's going to betray him.
But even like at the dinner scene when they were shouting like King of the North, King of the North, and not Queen of the North, like you could see some jealousy in her eyes. It's like,
Exactly.
this is my castle.
I think it was more.
She was smiling. She was smiling at first, and then she was like looking at Littlefinger like, "Oh, you're right."
No, I thought it was more like maybe she'll go with him.
No, I thought it was more like worry. Like she saw like Littlefinger smirking, and she says she doesn't trust him, and by him smirking, it makes it look like he knows something that all of these people in this room don't know, and that is why I felt like that's why she was looking worried. Like, what does he know and he's hiding, and how is it gonna hurt the people in this room? That's how I thought of it.
I don't
But
think
I give Sansa more credit to Gabby.
I think she because in truth, when they were yelling King of the North, I felt awkward for Sansa because I was like, well, you're all alive because of her. Like, you should be chanting her name too. You should be saying Lady Sansa or whatever, like Lady of Winterfell, because she's also very important to you guys winning. So I did feel kind of awkward for her when they were all shouting King of the North. So I would understand why she would feel some type of way about it, you know, like
because she should be Queen of the North.
Yeah,
like,
and
even
I
Jon
think
thought so.
yeah, which is why I think she's gonna be thinking what Littlefinger said earlier, like you're the one who should be in the lead here, not him.
Well, in all reality, I don't think Jon's going to be sticking around Winterfell for very long next season.
No.
So, I think she'll get what she wants.
I don't think he likes being a leader that much, too. I don't really think that's a role that he has any desire to uptake. Like, I think he does it out of duty, out of, like, to help these people, but I don't think, like, once the war's over, I don't think that's something he wants. I mean...
Yeah.
And
when he came back to life, he was going to leave.
It's all about honor and stuff, you know. Like
Starks are idiots about that. Like he needs to not follow in his dad's and his brother's pattern, and just do things out of honor. Like I don't know, I don't see him sticking around.
I know. So my hope is that he kind of changes a little bit because he didn't really change after he died that much.
I think he did.
I don't think he changed. He still wants to be a hero, and he wants to be honorable, and he goes with his emotion. He does Stark mistakes. I don't think he really changed that much.
I do, because I don't think because he's lost a bit of his will, I feel like. I don't think he's doing things because he thinks they're right. I think he's just doing them to do them because Sansa asked, because it was his brother. I don't think he does any of this right now because he personally believes that it's right. Like, and I think Kit Harington has done a kind of underappreciated, amazing job in imbuing John with a bit of sadness, like this
Oh
whole
yeah.
season, and beyond just his like typical angst, woe is me. But I think he's been excellent, and I think John's storyline this whole season has been about like kind of okay, so I became a leader, I was a hero, and I still died for it. So what does that mean now? Like I don't think it's been anything explicit has changed. Like I don't think they had a moment where like this is how I feel now opposed to then.
No.
But I think there's been
Mhm.
hints of it throughout. And I think we're going to see kind of more of the repercussions of it next season, is my theory.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of
I'm
feelings about
hoping
Jon Snow.
I'm hoping I see it more next season. And I also really love the scene where they were all in that room with all the houses, and sure enough, Lady Mormont is the first to speak up, saying that you bailed, you bailed, you bailed. I don't care if he's a bastard, he's our king. Loved it. That little girl deserves an award. I love
Oh,
her.
I know. I love Lady Mora. She's like my favorite. Ah, she's adorable and just like has so much gusto.
I'm just
God,
like, can
that
you
girl
just
should be
roll?
Queen of the North. Yeah, I know.
She should be Queen of the North.
I mean, really. And she put all
Yeah.
those men in their place. I mean,
And she's like, what,
God.
12? Like, it's so...
In the show, they said she's 10.
Yes.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
10? Oh,
That's
wow.
Yeah,
fantastic.
in the show.
That
So-
girl is great.
I was getting chills on that part because they were calling him King of the North, and then they said he's the White Wolf, which was super cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was so excited. I was just so happy because I felt like, I mean, I'm a big John supporter, just like Allie is, and I just,
AK, we think he's a babe.
pretty much. And yeah, anything that's like a good moment for him, I'm always just like, yay.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It justifies how much of a fan I've been of him for years, and everybody's like, he's so boring. There's so many more interesting characters, and I'm like, just wait. He's
No.
gonna like tear this stuff up. Like he's so great. But yeah, so I'm
John
super
is
excited now. Him and his man bun. I'm so excited.
He better keep that
See
man
what he
bun.
does.
I
His
like
hair.
it.
I'm gonna be so
I
upset.
like the hair. Yeah, I like that the hair is
I
not
love
all is in his face anymore. But yeah, in that room, they should have been yelling "King and Queen of the North." I feel for
That doesn't
Sansa,
flow off the tongue nicely.
but she's not being given any credit except by her brother.
Well, that's called patriarchy. And the big
And
thing
this
this
is
year.
Game of
That's why I
Thrones.
kind of loved Cersei taking the throne with her like armored shoulder pads. Like she's
mean, yeah.
insane, but I don't know. I loved it. I loved so much about this episode.
Yeah. No, this was definitely one of probably the second best of the season, apart from the last episode, for me at
Exactly.
least. But yeah, so with John, huh?
Mhm.
Oh no, going on. I was going to connect the whole like brand scene and connect it to John's scene.
Yeah,
Like now that we know
I was just
about
gonna do
John's
that, yeah.
parental or potential like parentage, is that going
It's
to change that at all?
confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Confirmed. It's confirmed. He's a
Lost.
Targaryen. Oh my god.
And the way that they just zoomed in on his face, like right after like showing that baby.
It's
I'm
like,
just
I know,
oh.
it's
It
like
gave me chills.
it was
like
like
legitimately.
fans. It's confirmed. It's him.
Oh my god. It's just like after 5 books in 6 seasons, I
Yeah.
was really, really ready for it to happen and be confirmed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Targaryen, Jon Snow, I'm so ready.
I'm so ready for this.
I know.
Me too.
So then this means that Bran and Jon are gonna have to reunite at some point in season 7, because that's the only way that I could think about that information getting to Jon in the first place.
Well, that's where he's going now, right? I thought Benjen led him towards that way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he's going now. So.
Is that where he's going? I was kind of
Yeah,
confused.
because they pulled out from
Where-
Winterfell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Bran is like right outside Winterfell. At least that's the impression I got.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the way I think they shot it to imply, yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
then they're all
so
close to each other.
yeah, I mean,
Arya's over
Bran.
here somewhere, Bran's over there. I think episode 1 or 2, we might see all the Starks together, guys.
I
Oh
know,
my
and I
god.
might like weep of
Yeah.
happiness.
Me too!
Arya and Jon meeting up again
Oh my
will
god.
actually possibly make me cry because
Like, for
Imagine
me,
that being the
for me, it's always Sansa and Arya. Like, if they meet up again, I will cry.
yeah.
because they have some stuff to work through.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They
But
do.
I definitely Stark reunion is gonna happen in season 7.
Yeah, because they're
And-
all close to each other.
But how do you think like Bran's gonna break it to Jon? Like, because he looks so shocked by it. Like, I couldn't read what he was thinking when
I'm
he
not
found
sure
out.
Bran's going to be the one who tells him.
Who's
Really?
gonna
I mean,
I'm
know?
wondering if
Who
it's going to
knows,
be
though?
somebody like Littlefinger or something, you know?
Oh no, I
Like-
hope not. God, I hate that guy.
But
I
you
know, but like
Littlefinger
he think about how much he knows and think
Yeah.
about a way that he could get his way by getting Jon out of there.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, by
Yeah.
pretty much saying like, oh, he's not really. Well, he is technically half a Stark. Only it's
Yeah.
just his on mother's
Mhm.
side. But I
Mother's.
mean, the Targaryen thing is gonna be a little bit of a thing.
Just like I felt as that if he knew now, like why would he wait so long to do it now? Like I feel like that was kept really under wraps. That
Because
like
now
Little-
he has something that he wants that Jon is staying in the way of.
Yeah, because Jon was never in the way. Like, Jon was sent to the wall. I mean, he was never a threat. He was never anything important. He was a bastard. So
Yeah.
now that he has this information, I mean, I think, and Jon's in a position of power, he's gonna wield it, and and he's gonna use it to, get Sansa to go against Jon to some capacity. I hope not, but.
I don't think
I
so.
think it's more like it's going to be a way to get Jon to go and pursue his like own heritage or something. Like I don't even know if it's going to be getting his like him and Sansa are going to come to a head about something, but I think it's a way to get Jon essentially to move from point A to point B. But we'll see. This is such speculation at this point.
I know.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead. We're getting ahead of the green side like we always do.
This is all
And then-
possibilities.
I know. So then we're gonna go ahead and go to the twins, where Walder Frey is just eating his family, basically, and he doesn't know.
Frey pie.
Frey pie, which was so like Sweeney Todd. I like kept thinking about that. And then
Gross.
so then it's confirmed for me that Arya does know how to do the whole face thing by herself. She took someone's face,
Yeah.
put it on,
Yeah.
revealed herself, and she killed Walder Frey. I love the fact that she looked psycho happy. Not just happy, but as she was just like cutting his throat and he was leaning on her shoulder, she has this little smirk on her face because she's just like euphoric about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She dreamt of that revenge for so long, and
I know, so I'm happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa loves her revenge.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do.
Wow.
I do. Oh my god.
Well, it's just like I don't know. Like I'm just worried now about where does she go next and what
Well,
does she
I
do
think-
next?
I
I mean,
think, well,
Cersei's on her list, so.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ahead of my green side again. I think since word is getting out that the Starks have Winterfell back, she might probably hear about it too, since she's out around that area. And I can't think that she wouldn't go to Winterfell to see her family, you know? So I'm
I
thinking
don't
maybe she'll
know.
go there.
She's such a lone wolf, kind of her family. You know what I mean? Like, and it's always been said she's kind of the feral one, and
Mhm.
I just think that was really well demonstrated with this. So I'm wondering if she's going to kind of just go and exact her own revenge, and then wander back.
Before she
You
goes
know,
to her
like-
family.
Yeah, I think she has a bit of a mission right now. So, I
Mhm.
mean, I would love for her to go back to the Starks, but she's psychotic at the moment
Yes.
with
So-
revenge. So, yeah, I'm curious.
Is Littlefinger on her list?
No.
No.
No?
He's
Okay.
not.
I
Damn
just-
it.
I know,
He
right?
didn't kill anybody.
That
would
would
be
be so
reason to
convenient.
go to Winterfell. That would be a good reason to go to Winterfell besides her family.
I know. I mean, trying to find anything here.
I know.
He
So,
wants
well,
the
yeah,
throne too badly.
because
He won't get it.
I did see inside the episode right after the episode with D&D.
Yeah.
And they said that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil it for you. They said that she's gonna any Arya fan should be worried right now because she's a very skilled killer right now, and even though nobody's sad of seeing Frey go, you should be worried about Arya because she's kind of psychotic at this point.
Well, that's what in the behind the episode thing last week, Kit Harington for John was saying that you never want to see your heroes become the monsters. And I think that's my worry with Arya right now is how long can we root for her? Sure, she's getting her revenge, and there's something sweet in the vengeance of people who wronged her and her family so much. But how far does she go until the point where we can't call her a hero anymore? And that's kind of what I'm worried about. And it was the same thing with Sansa. She deserved her revenge against Ramsay last week, but how much can we celebrate her having dogs eat somebody alive?
Oh, I'm happy about that.
I think a lot of people are happy about it.
I know, very happy
I guess,
about that.
But it was it's kind of a weird middle ground that they have to play with the characters. I feel like, they have to make sure that we remember the Starks are good.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of how you see it. Because I don't know. I haven't heard anybody complain about Ramsay being fed to dogs.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's not. I'm not complaining that he died. I'm complaining more about the idea that there couldn't be any other moments like that with Sansa. You know what I mean? Until the point where it's okay, well, maybe you picked up some of his tricks. And the same thing with Arya. It's cool that she's getting her revenge, but I don't think I'd like to see her going across Westeros and butchering people and being able to say she's still the hero of her own story. So I think it's interesting, and I think it's cool in a way, but I wouldn't want it to go too far into bloody shock value.
Are you saying that her going through her list might take away her humanity?
I think it absolutely will. I think part of it's already gone after what she's seen anyway. So I still think she's a dynamic character, and I still love Arya. I think she's a little badass, but I do think they have to be careful in how far they push this violent streak of hers. Killing the waif last week or a couple weeks ago was fine. Cutting off her face and sticking it on the wall, a little much. Same with the cooking his family into the pies.
I love that.
Can we celebrate? But I don't know.
I don't know, Allie. I kind of love all the violence. I don't know. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I guess I'm just talking from a story point of view.
No, Ellie, I understand what you're saying, and I'm a little worried too because I love Arya. I don't want her to be just a vicious killer, and I think she's gonna get to a point where there's gonna be another test for her, where she's gonna have to choose between saving someone or exacting revenge, and which is gonna end up being more important to her. Basically, I think that's gonna be her next big challenge, because I think killing people off her list isn't much of a challenge. It's just something she needs to do or feels like she needs to do. So I'm hoping that it's just not us watching her pop up out of nowhere and killing people, that there's going to be something there that is going to challenge her in a way where it's going to make her reevaluate just how important her revenge is to her in comparison to what else she could have in her life, her family.
Yeah. But we also saw in the first half of the series too, you see how Rob and Ned, they were all strictly honorable and they would never do anything like that, and you saw how brutally murdered that they got. And now we're seeing this contrast here about okay, so this Stark, she's not honorable, she doesn't follow a moral code like Ned and Rob does. So how exactly different is her path going to be? Is she going to end up just like her father and brother, or is she going to get some sort of redemption or a happy ending through that? It's an interesting sort of contrast, especially since George R. R. Martin has strictly told us that honor and morals doesn't get you a happy ending.
Yeah. Well, again, I think there's a big. I mean, I thought Ned and Rob were idiots. But I think there's a big difference between like being honorably stupid and baking people into pies. Like, I think there's a gray area there. But I get what you mean, and I think it makes a lot of sense in terms of George R. R. Martin's world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think the next big one was Daenerys and her sailing into Westeros finally. Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
I'm excited for her to finally join the fray and just
so excited.
I mean, to play the real game, as Tyrion says. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm curious to see how she falls into all that, because I don't think it's going to be as easy as she seems to think it will be.
No, probably not. Something will happen. Maybe since the guy is building 1,000 ships and he intends to go after her, maybe they'll meet each other at sea, and there'll be some kind of naval battle there. So that could happen.
Oh, please no. Like, that is just more stalling. It's like they're literally putting a hurdle. Like,
but that's another enemy that she needs to worry about. So I think
do you think the show can even afford that kind of battle?
They're currently the most expensive show on the networks. Yeah, I think they can afford it.
Yeah,
no, because it's all ships and it's all on water.
Their budget goes up every year, so I don't see it going past them. But I mean, he's not gonna go away anytime soon, so I think she's gonna have to meet him at some point again. Like, he's after Westeros too, and he wants the army and the dragons. So
yeah.
Again, getting ahead of green site here, but yeah.
We're probably gonna do green site because that's all we do.
I know. Speculate. But it was so exciting seeing the dragon ships, because the ships have like a dragon at the end of it, right? I don't know, like ship parts. And seeing all the dragon sails. I can't believe we actually got to see her sail out of Marine. It felt surreal.
I think we've just seen her for 6 seasons basically talk about taking over Westeros and never leaving to rest Westeros. So I think now it's just like, okay, we're finally doing it. She's finally leaving it. Winter has finally come. Like, we're getting everything we want.
Yes, a white raven came, and winter is here finally.
Yeah, I was like, I thought winter had come like last season, but I guess it's really here now.
Are you guys surprised that she told Dario to stay behind?
No, because nobody cares about Dario.
Yeah, no one really cares. Like, Daenerys,
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, she didn't even feel anything. Like,
yeah.
You expect us to feel anything?
Huh?
I think everyone froze. Melissa?
Oh no.
Allie?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Your video froze.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, no. Hey, Melissa. Okay, you're back.
Okay. I kind of figured that she was going to ask somebody to say, and I was worried that it was going to be Grey Worm and Missandei, because I like those characters, so of course I thought Game of Thrones was going to break my heart. But thank God she just asked Dario instead, because I don't really care for him.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
yeah.
I think that would have been just a drag to bring him, and I feel like she needs to focus on being a leader and taking over and all that stuff. Oh, and speaking of Varys, okay, now that you guys have informed me of how fast these people travel, how did Varys get from Dorne to the ship at the end?
Makes no sense. I have no idea. Teleportation is now a thing.
I mean, didn't the place just burn? Then Olenna was already in her grieving clothing in Dorne, and then he just comes. Do you understand?
I noticed that. I was like, when did Olenna find out about Marjorie?
And when Jaime gets back, the city's still smoking.
Yeah, I literally thought all this happened. I thought everything was in a single day. This was all happening once, and then I'm just like, now that you've like enlightened me, I just do not like this. I don't mind it, but it's still kind of silly. It was just like, oh, Varys is there all of a sudden? Like, I thought he wasn't torn.
I know.
I mean, I
Travel
think
logic doesn't work anymore. Westeros is just really, really small.
Take a
And
drag.
people
Yeah.
take their sweet ass time getting places. But yeah, no. I thought it was kind of silly, but I've kind of just decided that if this is my big problem with the season, thank God, because in the past it's been things like women getting assaulted for no reason and unnecessary nudity. So like I'd rather, illogical travel than sexism, I guess. So
Yeah, I understand.
And let's talk about the moment where Daenerys makes Tyrion the hand of the queen. That touched me.
He looked like he was crying. It was so adorable. I loved it.
It was so cute. I was like, they're gonna be besties for life. I love that.
The position he was destined for, like, he knew he was good for that position, and his father screwed him over, his whole family screwed him over, but
yeah, and he actually really believes in her.
Yeah,
I like that.
And it's good because she believes in him, and no one believed in him. Everyone just treated him like shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just excited because it allowed Peter Dinklage to act again this season too. Whereas like they've just been like having him act tipsy the whole time, which is fine and it's fun, but like he was so good in this moment and you really got like how touched he actually was despite the fact that, as he said, he was embarrassed by it. So I was really excited. And yeah, he made Emilia Clarke better too.
Yeah. And he'll still get the Emmy nomination somehow.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of Emmy nominations, I think this season Sophie Turner deserves it.
Yeah, it didn't last year though, so like.
I
don't know.
I definitely think Sophie should get nominated for
Sophie
this year.
deserves it.
Yeah.
See, I think
deserves
that
it.
Harrington definitely does, and I know I'm a lone person.
Yeah.
So I'll write something about it later.
No,
But, yeah.
he brewed so good. Like, no.
No, I have like legitimate reasons, but like.
No, I agree. I actually do agree with you. Like, he's really, like you were saying, understated. I think he's good. And I mean,
Him and his man bun brought him to life. Yeah.
Well, speaking of like magical things and Heartsbane, Samuel had his little like Beauty and the Beast moment when like he saw that library.
I'm waiting for that gift to come out, just because that'll be me.
Like, oh my god! I was like, oh, that's the thing from the credit sequence, the circular thing,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. It's like, oh, okay.
No, just seeing his face, because he finally feels like he belongs, because then at the wall he felt really outcast because he liked reading books rather than fighting, and his father pretty much banished him for that, and now he actually feels at home, and I totally feel for him.
I feel like it was time spent with somebody that would have been better spent with Jon or Dany or anybody other than Sam. So it was a cool moment, and I thought it was nice that he was so happy to be in a library, but I just wanted to fast forward through it. I feel like they should have waited for his little moment in the premiere of next season. Not in the finale where nobody gives a shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was mainly for setting up. Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, it was just they felt like they had to close every single storyline. It's you guys are still coming back. We'll get to it.
Yeah, they did have to stop by every storyline, but I mean, I didn't mind it. I thought it was a short enough scene that, I mean, they were only gonna show us so much of the other, of the other characters, so.
Yeah.
It was cool to see finally where his destination was, to see the big library and see books. I don't know.
Yeah, for me it was finally nice to see Old Town, which I had envisioned a lot while I was reading. So it was finally nice to get a picture to a description. Also, for some reason, it just kind of really made me laugh when the headmaster was just like, "No women and children," and like just pushed her, just like forced Gilly to wait outside. I was just like, "Wow, you don't fuck around here." You don't fuck around.
Yeah, I got that too. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And that's all the storylines, right?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there
Wow.
any other little moments you guys want to talk about? Any scenes that you liked and stuff?
No, I'm still reeling from the whole King of the North thing. So excited for John.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, it
John's
makes me, like-
parentage really
Oh my
freaked
God!
me out.
John's heritage.
Like, I really actually, like, waved my arms around, like, was excited. Like, that was a big moment for me.
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, so it didn't really like. I mean, it was a big moment, but I don't know. I just felt like, okay, you finally confirmed it.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
What I loved the most was that transition between the baby's face and then John, as we know him now, standing in the room in Winterfell. Like, that was like my biggest fangirl moment. I was like, yeah, it's him.
Yeah, no, essentially that was me too.
But like, I mean, they didn't. I mean, because she was whispering in Ned's ear, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, and all we heard though after some of the whispering was like to protect him, like to promise her, and like, but I mean, it wasn't explicitly said that Rhaegar Targaryen is the father, right?
It was as close as it's going to get.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because
I know.
They show in the recap that Rhaegar taken her and raped her, but I think there's a theory that they were actually in love. So I think like fans are supposed to know that like Rhaegar is his dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think it was the way for the show to draw it out just a little bit longer, but like I think it's all but confirmed now.
Well, I definitely think the theory is confirmed. I'm like, is there just more to, more to be said, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alrighty, guys, want to get to some segments?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna end up tweaking our segments because we're talking about the overall season now. So instead of the Reek of the Week, we're gonna have our Reek of the Season. Okay, so I want to go ahead and so our Reek of the Season, I'll explain it for in case you're a first-time viewer. So it's a character that basically kind of sucked for us this season. Somebody that we're disappointed in. Not somebody that we want to kill off, really, but somebody that we just generally just want to flick them off and stuff. So, anybody want to go first?
My reek is probably Jamie. I just felt like he, as a whole, was just kind of pointless. I mean, he didn't really do anything.
Well, he overtook River Run for the phrase. He did that.
But it wasn't.
That's it.
It was like they're talking. It was like they're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like, I don't know. He didn't make any progress as a character. We spent way more time with him than we needed to, especially if we weren't going to get anything out of it. So, besides just him, reaffirming his love for Cersei.
Which shouldn't have happened. I blame D&D for ruining his character, because he's supposed to be like this guy who like is trying to break away like from Cersei, and he goes to the Riverlands to do that, and this shouldn't be how it goes. So
yeah,
maybe he will. Maybe we'll see.
If he kills Cersei, I'm totally down.
But yeah, I agree. My reek of the season was also Jamie. Because it's true. It's just like his character literally went nowhere the entire time. Like, they didn't tell us anything new. They didn't offer like any new insights on who he was or why he behaved the way he did. They just kind of let him be somebody who was the bridge between storylines. And it was aggravating. And I just feel like I'm getting less and less interested in the character as the series goes on. So, yeah.
And you, Yasmin?
Same. Week of the week is Jamie.
I was going to pick him too, so we just all around say Jamie Lannister is our week of the season.
Yeah. They were just hyping him up, and he just, he just did nothing. He kind of just, he was really much of a sideline character, which has never been his deal in the previous seasons. I think they just wanted to focus more on Cersei and her eventual like downfall and others like downfall. But I wish they really did more with him because they were really hyping up the River Run and the takeover of that, and just like he just brought Edmure Tully to the gates, and there it was. It's like kind of lame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's my choice too. So. For reasons we already said.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of interesting because no one named Jamie as a week of the week all season on Queensland.
Really?
Yeah. But now it's like, now we're thinking back, we're like, you know what? Like,
he really sucks.
Yeah.
Because we had Ramsay pissing us off each week. So.
Well, I wanted to kill Ramsay. I
just
didn't think he had any room to improve.
Right. I think we were just kind of waiting out on Jamie to serve, like, maybe in the end, like, serve a purpose, but this season he ended up just being dumbfounded at Cersei being queen. That was about it.
So hopefully he redeems himself next season. I'm still holding out hope for that.
Me too. Because I do like Jamie. Because we did get a glimpse of him that we liked. And I know I'm just holding out for it. But I think Ally's theory in the beginning of him doing like a murder-suicide with Cersei is going to be the thing.
I am feeling so proud of myself at the moment if that happens. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have other characters that I care about and like really am invested in. So like if Jamie improves, great. But like at this point I'm kind of like I'd rather see the Starks and Tyrion.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to our next segment. We have our usually we have a Lord/Lady Commander of the episode, but we're gonna do our Lord or Lady Commander of the whole season. And this is basically somebody we thought owned it this season, somebody we loved watching this season, and we just kept rooting on for them. And yeah, so I'm still thinking about this. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I think my I want to say my Lady Commander is Sansa Stark.
That's a good choice.
Yeah. Because I feel like we've been waiting for this Sansa to show up probably since season 1. She was being held prisoner at King's Landing for so long and married off to people, and she had to do what she needed to do to survive, as she said. And despite horrible things happening to her, she didn't want to give up. She still wanted to take back what was hers, and that is her home. All she wanted was her home. She wants her family back, and she was willing to even do that herself without her brother. But thank God he turned around and helped her. And one of the main scenes that I love this season and why I think she deserves that Emmy nomination is that first interaction that she has with Littlefinger when she's telling him, "What do you think he did to me?" And she's pushing for more information from him and going back and forth with him and letting him have it, like, how could you sell me off to the devil, basically. I think she did an excellent job in that scene. And she's had, like, a lot of my favorite lines this season also are from Sansa, too. She was a real badass this season. And I still get annoyed with people who don't like her character. Whenever I hear people talk shit, I'm like, there's different ways to wield power in this world. Not everybody has to have a sword or dragons. You can have your mind. You can have your inner strength. You can have the will to fight and the will to live. And I think that's all Sansa. She's a survivor, and she's going to keep on surviving, hopefully, Destiny's Child style. And so, yeah, she is my Lady Commander of this season. Yay. How about you guys?
I like your pick. I'm gonna go with a Lord Commander, and that will be Jon Snow, because I love Jon Snow, and
Yay.
and because I mean, we thought he was dead at the last season. He comes back to life, and I mean, we really weren't sure what to expect, but he ended up really being the hero of the season. And I mean, I know he definitely had help, especially from Sansa and others, but he really led the charge, and he's still a good person. You never question him, ever. I mean, you always know to trust him. And I think in that world, it's kind of, that it's a rare character to have. So I am, yeah, Jon Snow is my Lord Commander of the season.
Awesome.
Mine was I was actually like trying to choose between Sansa and Jon, but I ended up going with Jon, which kind of like hurts my heart that I didn't pick like the strong female character of the season, but I went with Jon just because I feel like I was actually emotionally invested in everything he did. And I feel like sometimes I can watch Game of Thrones and beyond the big moments, I can kind of watch it from a distance because I'm always so worried that something's going to happen to a character that I don't really get too attached to some of them because you never know. But with Jon, I feel like I was genuinely like, I think it was the last episode that really sold me. It was him watching from the back shot of the cavalry running towards him and him just pulling out his sword and like willing to give it the last ditch effort. Like that sold it for me forever. They gave him the hero moment and like the hero point of view, and I'm just such a Jon Snow fan that I thought his whole storyline, I mean, obviously, and like this whole storyline this season had me totally invested. So, yeah. And I like Gabby's your point about like there's not many people in this Game of Thrones world that you can say you trust to be good. Like I think that's a really like spot on reason why people love Jon Snow so much.
Yep.
Cool. And you, Yasmin?
This was definitely a hard choice for me. I was going between, Jon and Sansa, like back and forth. But overall, I actually chose Davos as my Lord Commander of this season. None of them. Because, neither of them actually. But Davos, because just right from the beginning, he has really been one of the lead of one of the steerers of this domino effect. He put courage into Melisandre to bring Jon Snow like back to life. Like first of all, like he showed her that she had the power to do it, and then from there on he was just always there for Jon. He was always there like encouraging him, especially like for battle and everything. He was just like the dad that Jon Snow never had. And then especially like this last episode where he just like took down like Melisandre for killing Shireen. And he's just like, I'll execute you myself if you ever come back. It was just, he still has that great, like father figure to him, which I love, and that Jon, definitely loves too. And he will I feel like he's going to be like his hand, just like Tyrion is going to be like Daenerys' hand. So I think he was one of the best people.
And I always have a soft spot for Davos and Liam Cunningham because he was the dad in A Little Princess.
Oh my God, that's right! That movie makes me cry so much.
Right? Yeah. At the end, when she's like yelling "Papa," like
oh
it makes
my
me
God!
cry.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about it.
And because of that, like I kind of just adore him on principle as a character. So like the whole father figure thing, I'm like, oh, he's so good at it. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I like that.
So
yeah. I love that pick. I do agree with you, Yasmin. Davos is an awesome character, and I don't think we talked about. I'm sorry, I want to cut through. Did we talk about the whole exiling Melisandre thing? Because we didn't talk about that, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
What are your opinions on that? All of you guys.
None really.
Yeah, I mean, like we were kind of saying last week, like I don't understand. I mean, Melisandre, after bringing Jon Snow back, she seems so like detached, and even then, she didn't even make a strong argument for herself. Like she
Yeah.
just kind of said the Lord said it, like this is what the Lord wanted, whatever. But she didn't.
She did mention the Night King, which is what I was thinking about. Like I feel like she's powerful. Sometimes, she has some power and she could be useful. So I feel like exiling her may have been a mistake by John. Don't know.
I think they're gonna see each other again. Is my theory.
Yeah.
Like I think they're gonna see each other again very soon. But I'll save that, I guess.
And also Melisandre mentioned to Arya, like way back when, that they'll see each other soon. So maybe she'll bump into Arya first. So
yeah, because they're all close to each other. I'm so excited for season 7. Oh my god.
Oh my god, can't come. 375 days left till the season.
Yes. Okay, sorry for cutting it, but I was like, wait, did we talk about that? So then our next segment is our Swing the Sword segment. I think we're gonna struggle through this. I know I am probably.
I know who I want to pick.
Okay, our Swing the Sword segment is our segment where we want to take our metaphorical swords and swing them at somebody that we think should die by now in the series, and also we all have named our swords.
Uh-oh.
Did Gabby leave?
No, I think Melissa left. Okay, well, I'll finish off the swing the sword. So yeah, it's just we are swinging the sword at someone who we don't like, we feel like should be dead, and we all named our swords something special. So yeah. Hey, Melissa, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. You like froze for a second.
I don't see myself disappearing. That's so awkward.
Okay, it's fine.
But
all right.
Like I heard you finishing it for me, so thank you.
No problem. So who's your swing the sword?
Oh, okay. I don't know why I said I struggled. My swing the sword is Cersei. I totally forgot about her. My sword's name is Dawn, and she is made of Valyrian steel. And so she'll come in handy for the long night. My swing the sword is Cersei for obvious reasons. She is a monster. Now that all her kids are dead, she has nothing good to live for. So all she can do now is just do terrible, bad things because, like she said, it feels good, not because she has her kids to protect anymore. So I think she's going to be the main villain in season 7, apparently. So she is my swing the sword. Yeah. How about you guys?
My sword's name is Jeremiah. After that Apple TV commercial, which
I finally watched it. So
I still haven't seen it.
It's just better if you just never see it. But okay.
I just like the idea that you just gave your sword a human name. Like, just a pal.
Yeah. That's what happens when you can't think of anything. Okay. My swing the sword would probably be Cersei also, because I can't think of. I mean, I can't think of anyone besides obvious people like the Night King or, So, and I mean, obviously he needs to die for apparent reasons, but I definitely think Cersei needs to go. Even though I kind of do like that she's in this new position of power. Because I think her takedown is going to be a lot more epic because of it. So I'm really excited to see her die in a more crazier fashion than it would have been if she weren't queen. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's my swing.
That's a good point, Gabby. Yeah, see, now you're getting bloodthirsty. I love it. Yes. And you, Allie?
My sword, I'm like forgetting the original one, but I'm just gonna land on Ginger's Fury. I think that was a good middle ground.
I like Ginger Snap.
That was the first
original
one, but I like because it
Fury.
snaps the neck, right? I thought it was cute, but I don't know if I should name a sword because I think it's a cute name. But so yeah, Ginger Snap, Ginger Fury, just depending on my mood, I suppose. But Littlefinger. I want him gone.
Oh,
Because
damn.
I want him and his like changing accents out of here. Like I think it's different in every scene and it doesn't make sense. Like if Peter Dinklage, who is not British, can keep the same accent the entire time, poor frankly, but like whatever. Oh my god, I just can't stand Littlefinger. I can't stand him. I think he's ridiculous and he's over the top and he's campy and he just annoys me. And when he went in to kiss Sansa, it grossed me out more than just about anything the show has ever done. And I want him gone. Like at least, like sure, Cersei's nuts, but she's entertaining and she serves a purpose and she's like a viable villain. Like you know she's gonna mess things up. So I'm excited to see what she does, even if I don't personally like her. Whereas Littlefinger just serves no purpose to me whatsoever. In the book, he is so much more interesting not to be this person because like you don't explicitly see him explain his plans. You know, he's doing it in the background. So I don't know. I'm sick of him. He can go. Yeah.
It's really funny because he's Irish, so you'd think it'd be easier for him to get on a British accent than it would be for Peter Dinklage, who's American, to put on a better accent.
And it's like, or just do the Irish accent, which I think he sometimes does, but I can't tell. And then sometimes he sounds like Batman, and I just think it's too much. But I don't know. I'm so sick of him.
That's a good choice, because I can't stand Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's getting...
Especially around Sansa. And you,
Yeah. Well, since everyone I wanted to die died this episode, it's a little hard, but I agree with you too. I do think I kind of want Cersei to go down. Oh, and my sword's name is Ballbuster, so it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
But I want Cersei to die not because I want her to die, because I actually kind of like her character because I love psychotic characters, but I just think it's going to be epic the way she goes down. No, like whether it's the murder-suicide or whether it's Arya that kills her, either way, because if her prophecy is having her die after all her children die, then there's no way that's just going to be like a one-and-done thing. It's going to be drawn out, like maybe it's going to be really interesting the way it goes down. I'm sure that'll be the highlight of the last season, if not the series in general. So.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Cersei go down.
I know. That is going to be awesome because she's going to think that she has everything that she's ever wanted. But no, she's about to go down.
Yeah. It's like even when she was getting crowned, you could see her face.
Well, she's already at the top, and now the only way is down for her. I mean, really, at this point.
Yeah.
So this could be a good segue into our green site segment, even though we always talked about it before. Our green site segment is kind of what we've been doing. We kind of speculate what is going to happen for the next episode, or in this case, for the next season. So I guess we're going to talk about what's going to happen for each character that we saw in this episode. So, okay. So I think, I said it already, so I think maybe Euron will meet Daenerys at sea. Or maybe she'll land in Westeros.
Yeah, where do you think she's going to stop first?
I don't know. I would think it'd be King's Landing because that's like her main goal is to get to the throne.
But I mean, would it be smart to go straight to King's Landing? I mean, wouldn't you want to like kind of, I don't know.
I mean, are her and Yara like in agreement? Like, does she go to the Iron Islands first to get Yara at the throne? Like,
yeah, I thought that's what they were gonna do, and I thought that's what we were gonna kind of see. But we didn't see it, so maybe they will go to the Iron Islands first to kill the uncle, because that was the deal that they made. So that could happen too, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, or maybe she's going to Dorne first, now that they've seemed to have struck a deal with them as well. I mean...
Yeah, to like pick up the Queen of Thorns and the Sand Snakes up in her ship so they could go and ride out.
Yeah.
With their armies too, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Ugh, the Sand Snakes. Oh my god, I forgot about them. Sorry, they are the worst characters on the show. But
They did
It's
such
too
a
late for
horrible
that.
job with them because they were
It's
so good in the
just
book.
so stupid. Um, yeah, I feel like I mean, I have a lot of theories, but my quick little one that I have for next season is I don't think Melisandre is going to be off the screen for long. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm losing my voice right now. It might be because I've talked a lot today, but so if I like get quieter and quieter as this goes on, that's why. But yeah, that's my like immediate opinion is that Melisandre and John are going to meet again soon, but we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely could see that happening. But yeah, I mean, I've already said all my green site, but
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
I
Me too.
always do. Because I mean, it's
We
kind of hard
always
to talk
do.
each
We always
input.
do.
Yeah, it's hard to talk
Yeah.
about each like plot point and not discuss what it means for the future. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like, because that's,
True.
everything is like leading up, especially this finale did a lot to set up, well, the next
Mhm.
part. I mean, pretty much setting up the ending. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we're coming to the end.
Yeah, I know. And it's
Oh
just,
no!
So it's like what, 14 more episodes left?
Yeah,
yeah,
something
Only
like
something like
13
that.
more episodes. Only 13 more episodes. So I'm guessing season 7 will be like 6 episodes or 7 episodes. And then we have to wait a whole year for the last 6 episodes. That's torture. They could just make like one season, a 13 episodes long season, but HBO has to
no,
drag it
because that
out.
means it's gonna be the end next year.
Yeah.
I
No,
know.
Wouldn't you
I'm
rather it be
glad.
drawn out?
I'd rather it be like 13
Torn, I'm
episodes and a
torn.
movie.
I heard they were thinking
A
about a
movie.
movie in a spin-off.
What's that
So,
Community thing? 6 seasons in a movie or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, I was just like 13 episodes in a movie. I mean, I really think a movie would be like a kind of an epic ending. It doesn't have to be like a movie in theaters, but like a TV, like HBO
Yeah.
movie, like
yeah.
If they can
2 hour
do it for
feature length.
Looking, I'm sure they can do it for Game of Thrones.
They do it for they did 2 for Sex in the City.
Oh, yeah,
They did 1
true.
for Entourage. I mean, like, let's be real. They could do 1 for Game of Thrones.
Don't talk to me
Yeah.
about those movies.
That's true.
Game of Thrones
This is
will
true.
be so much better.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It'd be like
I
it'd be like a 2-hour long epilogue.
right. I mean, I think it'd be epic and cool and whatever. We'll see. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility because they did do like those IMAX screenings of the last season. I think it was like the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm also wondering like if they're going to try to combine like the White Walkers with like taking over of King's Landing because those are like completely different storylines. I'm trying to wonder how they could possibly come together.
I think next season's all going to be about like who gets King's Landing, especially the way they set it up at the end with like each party kind of staking their claim to a certain spot.
Mm-hmm.
And like the big players being established. So I think that's going to be next season, and then I think the last season is going to be all beyond the wall White Walkers stuff.
End
Like,
it
I
how
think
it began.
Yeah, I think it's going to go crazy. So
I want to see more walkers. I want to see more ice zombies. I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
They are cool and scary.
How horrible would it be to see Hodor as a White Walker? Because we technically didn't see him die.
Oh my god!
That would be
Don't
heartbreaking.
say that.
That would be heartbreaking.
Oh, that would be cruel. But they would do that.
They would do that.
Yeah, they would do that. And then like Bran is like Mira could be forced to kill him because like he's a zombie now. Yeah.
Or they can make him into like the Lady Lord Stoneheart thing that everyone keeps wanting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's never gonna happen.
No.
So
I think Arya.
calm down.
I think Arya is going to be our Lady Stoneheart, and
Yeah,
I'm totally okay with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if nobody has any more green site, we can go into our extra bonus questions.
Okay.
Okay,
You
so
guys
then that means no more
listen?
green site? Yes?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Yeah, we're done with green site. We recited
We
out.
already did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it throughout the whole.
We green-sided the whole episode.
I know. So first up we have your favorite quote of the whole season and why you love that quote.
Oh God, I don't know.
Listen, I did not think this one through. Which one do we have on our little poster? Oh wait, I have one.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, mine.
Okay, so you can go ahead if you want.
Mine
Me?
is.
Or who?
Wait,
Gabby.
who?
Go ahead. Gabby, go.
My favorite quote is "A girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell, and I'm going home." Yeah.
Okay, let me just piggyback on that one. That's mine too. It was badass. Like, it was so good.
It was just like so unexpected. I mean,
Finally.
I know, cause I mean, I know people's feelings on this was that it was kind of pointless, the whole Bravo story arc for her, especially. But I mean, this episode proved you kind of wrong, cause she did become the face-changing assassin. Yeah, so I mean, she did learn something, and I'm just glad that she did not give up her identity to do that. So, yeah.
Which confuses me with the whole. We'll get into that. Okay. Okay, so go ahead, Allie, with your quote.
No. I was serious. It's that one. Like, it was Gabby's. Okay. And I agree with everything she said.
Okay, and Yasmin?
Oh, well, can I just say anytime Tyrion and Varys were talking together are my favorite quotes? Because seriously, they're like the buddy film that I've always wanted. So anytime that they talked, because I don't have a single quote in mind.
Yeah, no, they're great together. I think you definitely saw that at play last week when he was trying to talk to Grey Worm and the other girl's name. I forgot her name.
Missandei?
Yeah, he's trying to have like some kind of witty conversation with them, and it's just like not to say without Varys there.
Yeah. Or like when he's like going to like, you know, like try to free the dragons, and he and Varys just kind of look at each other like, "Are you really doing this right now?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like a lot of quotes, and a lot of them are from Sansa, who is my lady commander of the season. I loved when she had told Ramsay that your name will disappear, your house will disappear, nobody will remember you. And I also love when she told him to sleep well because you're going to die tomorrow. I also love when she told Littlefinger, did you know about Ramsay? If you did know, you're my enemy, and if you did know, you're an idiot. And I also liked when Lady Olenna was taking down Cersei. She was kind of like, "You've lost, Cersei, and this is the only enjoyment that I have in this misery." Even though she ends up winning at the end, but back then it was still awesome. And I also, I love like ruthlessness. So I loved when right before Daenerys throws the last fire in that temple, when she's killing all the calls, and she says that you're not going to serve, you're going to die, and she pushes the last fire pyre thing to the call and burns them alive. I love that quote. So those are all my favorite quotes.
Those are all good ones.
Yeah. And why are my favorites? Because they're all badass, and they're all by the girls. This was like the season of the women for real, because they're all like my favorite quotes are from them.
Because the showrunners realized how much trouble they were in when they had Sansa get sexually assaulted. Because, yeah, no. After 5 seasons of like gratuitous sexual assault and exploitation, it was really about time that the show realized what strong female characters they had on their hands and how to use them properly. So I agree, those quotes are great.
Okay.
Yeah, and then next up we have our favorite storylines and least favorite storylines. You could also pick either your favorite episode or least favorite episode. So you could do storyline or episode.
I'm thinking. I think my favorite storyline was like the Jon Snow storyline. I think because we get the most reward from it. One, he's alive. Two, reunited with Sansa. They win the battle. They reclaim the North. That's why I loved it. Gave me everything I wanted. So yeah, that's my favorite storyline. And it was the most compelling. I mean, it was the one that you were excited to switch back to once you were in, visiting other parts of Westeros or that world. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do you have any least favorites? If you have any.
I don't know. I mean, I think they were all necessary to an extent.
Yeah.
I definitely think yeah, I don't really have one, and not enough to talk about. So.
Alrighty, cool. And how about you, Allie?
My favorite is also John. Because just about everything, but everything that Gabby said too. But I do have a least favorite, and it was Dorne. Anytime Dorne, so like only like I guess the first and last episode, but
I
whenever
know,
they
Dorne
came
only
up,
had 2 scenes.
I know, but they were still just so terrible, and they just wasted time. So that was my least favorite part.
And you, Yasmin?
My favorite as well was John's. I think they're really building up the rest of the show to be about John and his eventual uprise, especially with him being pretty much revealed that he's a Targaryen, and seeing him punch the crap out of Ramsay Snow was great. So, and my least favorite storyline was, I hate to say this, it was the Arya storyline, really. I just felt like it really built up to nothing. Like, it was going so well, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was sloppy writing that got in its way, but it just really was very anticlimactic. And, it's like there were a lot of theories that Jaqen was Arya, when she was getting stabbed by the waif, but it wasn't. It was Arya letting her guard down and being dumb, which never would have happened. So I just thought that was a little lazy writing on their part.
Yeah. Yep. So my favorite storyline was Sansa's, which I guess goes hand in hand with John's. It's a very interesting parallel with the whole everyone's shouting out King of the North, talking about John and not talking about Sansa. I'm the only one talking about Sansa. While you guys are hailing John. But I said it earlier, but I've just been waiting to see this side of her, and one of the best shots of this season was her walking away as the dogs are eating away Ramsay, and you see that ghost of a smile on her face. She's the person I think who has changed the most since that pilot episode up to now. She's the most different, and I really loved seeing her story arc. Every time she was on the screen, I was very excited to see what was going to happen. And my least favorite storyline, I was quite upset with how Arya thing turned out with episode 8, because it was confusing. The whole faceless man thing is still confusing to me. Like I'm still wondering why did some things happen if this was just gonna end up in a certain way. I still love her, and I always say I'm Team Vengeance, and I want to see her kill the people on her list. And I do love that she killed Walder Frey. I kind of, in a way, did see it coming, so it kind of felt a little bit anticlimactic, because I did think, what else is she going to do? She's going back to Winterfell, so she teleported there and killed Walder Frey. It's just that in episode 7, we see her hiding in the cave in the dark. The next episode, or episode 6, I'm sorry. In the next episode, she's hanging out by the bridge. She gets stabbed. And then in this episode, we see her doing the whole faceless thing, and she was able to infiltrate that whole army and kill Walder Frey. So getting from point A and B and C and D, it doesn't make sense to me. So I thought the writing in that storyline kind of faltered and suffered in some parts. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I can see what you mean there. But I'm so glad she claimed her identity. That's all I was really looking for.
Yeah. So then we can move on next to our, this is from Gabby, our best non-human character. Your favorite non-human character. And we have several.
Yeah.
We have the walkers, we have the wolves, the dragons. I think Benjen counts because he's not really human, right? I mean, he's like partly...
a little bit human.
He's partly human.
He's partly human, but he's like half whatever dead, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite non-human is Ghost. Like, let me just keep with the Jon Snow thing.
Gabby, we're so in line with this.
You guys! I'm sorry,
I
go ahead.
Gave you that prompt with Ghost in mind. So,
I know. Ghost is awesome. And I'm very happy he wasn't at the battle so that he didn't die. Thank goodness.
I know, thank God. But, yeah, I just love him. I mean, I just love these freaking dire wolves, and they keep dying. You know,
the show can't afford them.
I know that's not right. Even though I know they're not real, but whatever. So, the fact is, I just like Ghost, and I think he's the last one left, right?
No, Arya's
not
still alive.
Oh wait, okay. Where is
But
he?
She's somewhere.
Well, in
she's
the
also
books,
a feral wolf, and
Yeah.
like off running. In the books, she's supposed to be like what the biggest wolf ever seen, and like she like leads a pack of them and stuff, and they're off like killing people. It's supposed to be crazy, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's nuts. But in the show, they haven't mentioned that, so you know,
Yeah.
grain of salt. But mine is also Ghost because I just like I love the dire wolves, and I feel like the dragons are favored, and I want some love to like the wolves, and yeah, and I just liked how even as little as we saw him, he's so loyal. So yeah, no, Ghost all the way. Those were reasons, I promise, that weren't just he's associated with Jon Snow.
And how about you, Yasmin?
mine is 1-1. Is he associated with Jon Snow? Is he associated?
Yes, he is.
He fights for Jon Snow. He's the last of the giants to fight with the wildlings, and he's just one of probably the most badass creatures. Like, because first of all, we don't see anything else that's remotely non-human besides the White Walkers and the dragons, and seeing like a giant just like, you know, like put people like into the wall and like smash them, like that was just so cool. And it was just really sad when Ramsay shot him in the eye. So he was a great character.
With the most powerful arrows ever.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, what
Yeah,
the
they
heck
were-
are those made of?
Like, I was just like, why do you need any other soldiers? You have a giant. Like,
Right, and like, can't he just like kick people around?
yeah, I would just stomp on them.
Yeah.
So, my favorite best non-human, I keep going back and forth between Ice and Fire, between Drogon and the Night King. I'm gonna pick Drogon because I guess that's like the good part. Drogon because he's a dragon who breathes fire and can kill people. So that's why.
I like Dragon now that he can like behave. He like listens to his mother.
He has more control over them for reasons we're supposed to understand why. But
I guess they just grew out of their adolescent rebelling phase. That's how I'm like reading it, because I'm figuring they were teenage dragons before, and now they're adults and they realize, okay, you got to pick your battles with your parents, and I'm not gonna fight my mom
More
on
like
this
it's
one.
like, Mom, help. My life's effed up. Fix
Pretty
it.
much.
All right, guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about that question. The question. Are you ready for this? Who do you think should sit on the Iron Throne? Now, we can't make this super long, so we're not going to talk about who we want, but who do you think is going to sit on the throne at the end? The end game.
Who is or who we think? Wait, what?
Who?
What?
Like, who do you think will end up on the throne? Not exactly who you want on the throne, but who will win the Game of Thrones, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dany seems like it's the way it's projected to go. So, just because they really set it up, and at this point, there needs to be something big to happen to derail it, and I just don't think it would make the narrative sense for her to not sit on the Iron Throne at the end unless she chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the way I see it going.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I know there's like a lot of rumors that she's gonna go mad, she's gonna go crazy, like her family, and I feel like that would kind of defeat like everything, like all that we've been through with her up until now. I mean, we see her trying to come into her own as a leader, which is she's still a little rough around the edges, and then now that she's partnering with Tyrion, who is literally like an ideal person to have in your like little political court. I just feel like I know it's not who you. I mean, in a way, yeah, I think she will end up on the throne, and I'll be okay with it. There you go.
See, bouncing off that theory, I think Tyrion will actually sit on the throne in the end. Because I think something probably will happen to Dany that either she won't be able to rule or she'll die or go mad. And I think Tyrion will be the next one up on that because he has the experience, he knows the way that politics work, and pretty much since there's pretty much no one there that hates him except Cersei, that no one will really oppose him being like on the throne. So I think that'll be an easy way for him to get up there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's interesting. That's a good point, yeah. Mine is the same. It's Daenerys. I just feel like since she is like the easy answer, that I feel like she probably won't sit on the throne, but then I don't know who could possibly sit if it's not her. Since she's the one to beat. So I think it will go to her.
Westeros could just be destroyed and nobody will sit on the throne.
That could happen.
I'd be okay with that actually. Just no one being there.
That'd be my other theory, is that there will be no throne by the end. Like, you're all just fucked.
Yeah.
That'd be like a very like Game of Thrones end. Like, there will be no king or queen. There is no throne.
There'll be an election. You vote for president of Westeros.
Oh God.
Make Westeros great again.
Oh jeez.
Oh God.
And then we can go ahead and move on to describing the season in 2 words. It's kind of a daunting task. I'm still thinking.
Fast and furious. I mean, I don't know. It was fast paced, and it was I don't know. I don't know if it was furious. Well, a little bit. Kind of at the with Cersei blowing up the what is that thing called?
With the green fire?
Baelor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the septum.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I have 2 words, and
Okay.
I don't. Damage control. Because it was the show turning their shit around and like realizing what worked and what didn't. So yeah, I just thought of those. Sorry, I wanted to like make sure I didn't forget.
My words.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
My words are shock value because I feel like they had a death every season just to keep us hooked in. Because last season wasn't that great. There weren't many like good episodes, but this season every episode had someone big or minor like dying, and I felt like it was a little overkill. No pun intended. At times.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was as shocking though. I mean, maybe violence-wise, it wasn't as shocking. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm so desensitized.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the violence wasn't bad, but they kept wanting to have people like
Right.
really into it and like tuned in. So they're like, let's kill someone every episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. How about you, Melissa? Do you have your 2 words?
I have words going on. I don't know. My 2 words are Queen's Landing. Because that's what it's going to be. King's Landing is going to turn into Queen's Landing. And the women in this season really got to come into their own, except for Marjorie. I feel bad for her. But everybody else is burning the patriarchy. For Danny, for Danny, it's quite literal. So
Yeah.
yeah,
She literally burned the patriarchy down. Symbolism.
so, if it's not that, it's fire and blood. Cause yeah.
But yeah, man, season whatever it is has to come right now.
I know. It's going to be too long. Too
Like,
long.
they really should just give us a longer season 7. I would be okay with that rather than a huge cliffhanger at the end of, like, a shortened season. Then at least I could live with myself with, like, okay, it happened. I know everything. So.
I would be okay.
Well, I think this
if
will
they were
work
all,
out because they'll have the budget now that they had for those, like, 10 episodes condensed. Like, I'm
True.
hoping it means that they can make those 7 episodes even more epic.
Mm-hmm.
And like a full hour each
Yeah.
one.
That'd be nice. Instead of, like, the bullshit 55 minutes that they made one episode.
I mean, tonight it was longer. I mean, I think they said it was the longest episode of Game of Thrones yet. So.
Yeah.
69 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we come to
Right.
our sad moment of Queen's Landing, right? We have our in memoriam, where we see the departed. We have Hodor. He held that door, man. He really held it. And we have Duran.
One who broke it down.
We have Duran and Dorne, and also his son Trystane, that were killed by the Sand Snakes because weak men will never rule Dorne again. And then we have Wan the Giant, who's so loyal with his one word on the entire show, Snow, and got killed by freaking Ramsay. And then we have baby Rickon Stark, call him baby because he's the youngest Stark, with his protector Osha. And then we have stupid Umber back there. And then we have the Hound's friend, his is it okay to say church friend? Because they were building a church. His church friend, Ray. The priest, Ray, was hung, who's an actor that people are excited for, and he got one scene, well, like one episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we have one of my favorite older men, the Blackfish himself, with his scaly armor, who died. Who was stubborn. He didn't want to leave his home. He didn't want to help his niece. He wanted to die at his home in Riverrun. R.I.P. Blackfish. R.I.P. The Departed. And how can I forget about the dogs? I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Shaggy Dog. Summer. You'll always be remembered. I'm hoping we see your sister Nymeria sometime in the future. I'm hoping we see your brother Ghost more. I hope they survive. And glad to see you go. Those are the Departed.
Well, there's 4 more in this episode.
Okay.
That's a lot. Okay, so here we have 2 people that we care about that died. I cannot believe we're not going to see Natalie Dormer anymore.
I'm fine with it. She annoys me in interviews.
I don't really watch her interviews, but I don't know. She was great in that role.
Done so much shit. But yeah, no. So I don't really care.
And we'll also say bye to Loris, which we'll see in Iron Fist on Netflix coming near you sometime soon.
God damn it.
And then also, and then we also have the High Sparrow, who I think was super dumb at the end by High Sparrow. And then we have Walder Frey, who had his throat slashed. The last thing before he died, he saw Stark's face. So that was a nice ending for him. And those are the second part of The Departed. And we also have a lot of other people, but we'll just talk about it if you guys want, because we can't make 50 billion collages.
I can't even think of anybody else who I care to mention.
Oh my god! I sent an email to Gabby, and she was like, "Let's just make one collage and talk about the rest," because it was lovely. Because we have Roose died and Ramsay died. So the Boltons died. That's freaking awesome. That's not a sad. It's not a sad memorial.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many people who died.
And then we have Ollie. We have Alistair Thorne, the three-eyed raven. Leaf, that tree fairy person. The Waif, Lady Crane, and I can't pronounce his name, but he was in Dorne. He held the spear. He died.
Tristan?
No, not Tristan. It's Ariel or...
Yeah, Ariel Hota.
Yeah, him.
That made me mad, because he is actually a big part in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not on the show. Oh, and oh my god, Walda Frey and Baby Frey eaten by
Don't want
dogs.
to talk about that one.
I cleansed that from my mind, thanks.
You're
Oh
welcome.
my god.
Just going over the email that I sent Gabby, those are the people who died. And we wanted to end things on a lighter note with a fun game of F, Marry, Kill. We'll say shag, just because we don't want to say the F word too much.
After this episode, is it really going to be surprising who I pick? Well,
that's why. No, that's why he's not the only person we're going to talk about. He's not the only choice.
Okay, so let's start with the prompts and reveal our true selves through these questions.
Okay. So, I gotta make it hard. I can't make it easy. I can't pick Ramsay and Jon Snow. We're all gonna fuck Jon Snow. I'm sorry, I just said the F word. Okay. So we're gonna start with the baddies. Okay, so this is gonna be characters that are alive and dead, just to make it more interesting. So if you had to shag, marry, and kill Joffrey, Ramsay, and Walder Frey, who are you gonna choose?
Shag Ramsay. Kill Walder and marry Joffrey. At least I get some riches out of it.
Whoa. See, that's different from me. See, I would marry Walder Frey because he's old already. He's gonna croak at any minute. And I'd shag Ramsay and kill Joffrey because Joffrey wasn't even into intercourse. He was given prostitutes and he didn't even shag them. He made them beat each other and then he killed one of them. He's a sociopath.
So fancy.
I know, but at least he had. I know, but at least he had Miranda, which lets me know that at least he liked to have relations.
Oh,
I don't even know if Joffrey's into that. Joffrey's just into killing people. He didn't we didn't see him fuck once. Sorry, I just cursed again.
See, I'm not gonna have sex with Joffrey. I'm marrying him. I'm never once gonna touch him. I'm gonna have my separate room. I'm gonna just have all the money. Okay.
It's just be queen. That's all.
Go ahead, Gabby.
I would I was thinking marry Walder Frey because he's gonna die soon. I couldn't honestly. Could I kill? I mean, there's.
No. You have to kill one, and you have to shag another.
One looks like Ewan Rian, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I would shag Ramsay and kill Joffrey. I'm gonna pretend I know nothing about them, and I'm basing it on their looks.
Yeah.
Would you know that Ramsay was supposed to be Jon Snow?
What?
Ramsay was supposed to be Jon Snow. It's creepy.
Oh God. I I don't know.
I can't imagine it now.
Yeah.
Allie?
Yeah, well, I guess I'd marry Walter Frey because, again, what you guys said, and also I feel like it'd be easy to sneak around on him, planning my, like, mistresses. But, and then, kill Joffrey, because he also has, like, a baby face. And, like, he looks little. And then, yeah, Ramsay, I guess I'd check. As much as that, like, just makes me want to die. But I'll just, like, I'll try to, like, just imagine Simon from Misfits. And, like, those moments, and, like, you know, he's handsome in his own psychotic way.
We can't deny he's hot, so.
Oh my god. After this character, he's ruined for me. Like, I can't see him
I was gonna
besides
rewatch
being
those
Ramsay.
scenes.
Yeah, I was gonna rewatch Misfits and
It
Cleanse.
was weird.
Well, only watch the second season because he's still a creep in the first one.
Well, he's a creep in the first. I think when he totally changes second season.
Yeah, they changed his
Like-
character.
He's interesting then.
And here comes some lady love, where we have Dany, Sansa, and Arya.
Ugh.
So 2 of the Stark girls and a Targaryen.
I'd marry Arya, check Daenerys, and kill Sansa. That was easy.
Damn, you're killing my girl.
I don't know.
Can't picture marrying or shagging Sansa.
I can't imagine that for Arya. Like this feels weird just choosing Arya for one of these.
I don't know. I mean, I love Arya. I think just personality-wise, I don't know. I think marriage would work out for us.
I think I would marry Sansa. I'd shag Dany, and I'd kill Arya.
I actually might go that way too because it's a similar thing where like Arya just has this baby face. So I feel like I'd kill her just because she's a little nuts right now. Marry
Yeah.
Sansa and we'd be like powerful pseudo redheads, fake redheads, and then I'd shag Daenerys because Emilia Clarke is drop dead gorgeous.
She is so
Like, who wouldn't if they got the opportunity? Like, so yeah, of course. Duh.
For me, I would definitely marry Sansa because yeah, I would love to just be that power couple and take over like Winterfell. I would definitely shag Arya, and I would kill Daenerys just because I can't stand her character this season. I can't stand her.
Well, that's why it's just a shag. You don't have to like commit.
No, she'd kill me with her dragons right soon.
I guess so.
And then we have the Eunuchs edition.
Okay.
Theon, Varys, and Grey Worm.
Who was the first?
Theon.
Theon, they want the Theon Greyjoy. Varys, and Grey Worm.
I'm gonna be super shallow on this one.
Well, yeah,
Varys
this is a
I'd
very
kill.
shallow.
Varys I'd kill just because he's not like the other two.
But how can you
Aesthetically
shag one of
pleasing.
them?
You well.
They still have tongues.
There are ways.
They still have.
I mean, like,
They
I'm thinking, like, okay, so
still-
not, like, in the
They
traditional way.
still have tongues, Gabby.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You asked.
I have regrets, okay?
Okay.
Queen's Landing after dark.
Yeah.
That's why this
Suitable
choice
for work.
is if you had. That's why this choice is if you only had those 3 choices, what would you do?
No, that's why Theon I would think I'd marry. Well, yeah, know him. And then Grey Worm, I guess I'd shag. Why not?
I would actually marry Varys, because I think we'd have good conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might get me out of a lot of sticky spots.
Oh
um,
my god.
yeah, and then I would shag Grey Worm, kill Theon. There you go.
I think mine's the same. Like I would marry Varys because he's very knowledgeable and powerful. So I could be married to him. And then I'd kill Theon because Theon. And I would shag Grey Worm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much the same for me. I would marry Varys because I feel like we would just have, snarky quips to each other like 24/7, and shag Grey Worm because look at that face, and kill Theon because fuck him for betraying Rob.
Exactly. So I also had the Red Woman, Melisandre. Then we have Yara and Marjorie.
Oh, this is hard.
Okay, no. I'd marry Marjorie, I'd shag Yara, and I'd kill the Melisandre.
Yeah, same. I would like to be married to Marjorie.
I think I'd marry Melisandre because she's powerful. I obviously like power.
But she might burn you at the stake if she doesn't like you.
But I
Lord
don't
of
have
Light
royal
tells her.
blood. I don't have royal blood, so I can't be sacrificed. And I'd shag Marjorie and kill Yara.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would marry Yara because she's just so beautiful and powerful and amazing. I would shag
knows how to
Marjorie.
flirt.
She knows how to flirt. My queer self can't take it. It's so amazing.
Right?
And kill
She's up for
Melisandre.
Cool. And then there's the hot young warrior men edition, where we have Jon Snow and Robb Stark and Dario Naharis.
Marry Jon Snow because duh. Shag Robb Stark, even though betray Jon Snow, but I don't care. And then kill Dario because I don't give a shit about him.
Can we say that that's the consensus?
Yeah.
I think so, because the thing is,
I would marry Robb because he's heart in my eyes emoji.
if it was just Richard Madden,
Since day one.
damn straight. But
no, girl, Robb Stark can get it too. I'm sorry.
If it was like Cinderella, like Richard Madden, then I would marry him.
I would, so I'd marry Robb, I shag Jon, and kill Dario because nobody cares about Dario.
Yeah, marry Jon, because then you get to shag him all the time. And then Robb Stark, I'd shag and kill Dario. But yeah, Richard Madden on his own, maybe a different story. And like I might have said something wildly inappropriate at screening for Cinderella. So like a little too loudly to my sister. So yeah.
That was me in the movie theaters, girl. Like, don't worry.
I think we're all a little too charmed by Prince Charming.
Yeah.
And round 2 of Hot Young Men, we'll switch it up with Prince Oberyn, Jaqen Hagar, and who's another young, Robb or John? Robb? I'll make it Robb to make it hard for you guys. So Oberyn, Stark, and Hagar.
I would marry Robb, cause duh, and then I'd shag Jaqen Hagar. That might be interesting. And with his face shaking. And I kill Oberyn because I don't know, he was okay. I mean,
I think I'm the same. It's like, whatever.
So I'd marry Rob again. I think I'd shag Oberyn because he's experienced. He doesn't discriminate against either gender. So I feel like he's shown me something. And I'd kill Jaqen and Hagar, and that kills me because I love him.
Yeah, I would do the same. I would marry Rob, and I would shag Oberyn because, yeah, he looks like he has lots of great times. And I would kill Jaqen and Hagar because he probably wouldn't show any emotion anyway, regardless if I shagged or married him.
He's no one. A man does not shag.
Oh my god.
Basically, that's what he would tell you in bed. What is this? A man does not do this. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is really like after dark for real. Okay.
I wonder if he's a eunuch too.
And then there's the hot older man edition where we have Dora, Davos, and Blackfish.
Okay. Kill Blackfish, because who gives a shit? And then marry Davos, because I just think he would know how to be a good husband. And then shag Jorah. Hands down. He's so attractive. Like,
Yeah. He is so attractive and he has like the best voice. I think I'm going that way too. I think I'd shag Jorah.
right?
Talk to me. What is his voice? And then and then we're on our way. And then I'll post some but I really like Blackfish though. Who am I gonna kill? I didn't know him that long, so I think I'm gonna have to kill Blackfish. And I'm gonna marry Davos because Davos is good and he's loyal, so I'm gonna marry him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Davos is marriage material. I mean,
for
there's
sure.
no doubt. So like, yeah, I'd marry him. Yeah, shag Jorah, because I agree, he is hot. And I was sad that he wasn't in this episode. We should have checked in on him just to see him.
I know.
He's
Yeah,
off
he was
looking
great,
for a cure.
And then yeah, I'd kill Blackfish. He's too grandpa-y for me.
Yeah.
A little too old.
Yeah, plus, he didn't want to help out his niece.
Yeah.
And Davos is just such marriage material. He had like all those sons, and he was such a great father.
Well, they all died.
Well, he was still a great dad. He mourned them, and he loved Shireen. So
Yeah.
He's definitely
too.
a husband. Then we have like the older men that are not so awesome. We'll have Littlefinger, Tywin, and I'm gonna pick Stannis. Yeah.
That's terrible. Okay.
Who was
kill-
yours? Stannis, Tywin, and what?
Tywin, Stannis, and Littlefinger.
I'd
I
like.
don't shag any of them.
Oh, I
I'll
would
shag
shag
Littlefinger as a one and done. Like,
Like a one-time thing, right?
yeah, marry
Yeah.
Tywin because he would protect the shit out of me, and kill Robert because
Stannis.
I would like marry Stannis just because he's such a
Oh,
pushover.
Stannis.
Yeah.
Stannis.
Yeah.
So I would just
Still
like be
kill
like,
him.
like whatever. Let me run the show. I would win. Okay, but then I'd probably shag Littlefinger and kill Tywin. 'Cause I just hate Tywin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would marry Stannis because he's the king that I truly wanted, and Littlefinger I would definitely shag because he's my attractive older man, and kill Tywin.
Yeah,
Rude.
mine's the same. I would marry Stannis just because he never really did anything terrible besides burn people at the stake.
Like his daughter.
He sounds like his daughter.
I was including her. I said burn people at the stake. I was including her. So I'd marry him. And I'm gonna kill Littlefinger and shag Tywin because I really hate Littlefinger. I really hate him. Like really.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And then we have our one more.
Yeah, I was thinking
Our
of yeah.
big men. They're kind of terrible. The Hound, the Mountain, and One, the Giant.
Oh my god.
They would crush me. They would crush me.
Literally, I can't even.
I can't think of a third
Think
big
about
guy.
Yeah, I know.
What the
Robert
hell?
Baratheon.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
so look at him. Yes, him? Robert Baratheon instead? Because I feel like the Giant, you can't really do anything with him.
And like logistically. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Would not work.
It wouldn't work. So
Okay.
the Hound, the Mountain, and Robert Baratheon.
I'd
Kill
marry the
the
Hound.
Mountain.
I think I'd marry. I'm sorry. Let's go first.
I'd marry the Hound.
Uh-huh.
Kill Robert Baratheon, and I'd shag Robert Baratheon and kill the Mountain. That was like a zombie now. That'd be nasty.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, yeah, no. Kill the Mountain, shag Robert Baratheon, and then marry the Hound. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm about the same. Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. Mine is the same.
Same here. The Hound would just protect you and care about you and screw all the other ones.
Yeah, because the Hound is nice to you as long as, you're cool.
Mhm.
Make him
And he's
whole
funny.
again. Could fix him.
Yeah. And kill the Mountain because he's creepy. What was he doing to that woman? Sorry,
I
I'm
don't
taking it
wanna-
back talking about the show.
I don't want to know.
I think he was just torturing her.
Was
so.
it
Yeah,
because
just
she
that.
said she said that she didn't want to die right away? So was he
Was he like
Simulated
gonna
torture.
prolong her death or something just by torture?
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like what Ramsay did to Theon. So.
Yes. Yeah. So he's gonna be dead right away because he's a zombie and a Frankenstein and too creepy. And then shag Robert Baratheon. 'Cause why not?
Mhm.
Well, on that note,
The longest. Oh my god.
Oh, guys, this has been one hell of a you guys.
that was a
This
hell of a
was-
finale.
That was very fun, and thank you for sticking out with us in our Queen's Landing After Dark. This was so much fun to do. The show this season was so much fun to do, and I hope we get to do it again next year. Make sure you follow us on TYF Official, to follow me and Gabby on Twitter, and follow Ally on Twitter. You can see all of our Twitter handles in the description. And please leave us your comments about what you think is going to happen in the next season. And drop us some likes and subscribe and share the video. And yeah, till next time, till next year. Peace out. Bye.